Ladies and gentlemen, so the Spider-Gwen and She-Hulk Champion Update Beta is finally live and stable, man. We had such a nightmare of a stream earlier, and at the point of recording this video, I've played like a little bit of Spider-Gwen and a little bit of She-Hulk, not an excessive amount, just a bit to get a bit of a first taste, but I've done like a couple of full runs with She-Hulk now. And out of the two so far, a lot of the stuff that I'm hearing is people prefer She-Hulk over Spider-Gwen, and I must admit She-Hulk is very, very fun, and also completely counters the Aspect of War node, and all of this fun and interactive passive Unstoppable. So, you know, while a few months ago you would have been like, I got a She-Hulk, now you have, you know, one of the best counters, the most annoying nodes in the game. This is the Aspect of War Hyperion, and you can see here, man, just absolutely smack that lad up. It was a bit of a dodgy fight, there were some dodgy plays, but overall her new heavy attack is so much fun and it is very, very powerful. So not only can it remove passive Unstoppables, but also places a 12-second debuff, and Spider-Gwen actually has a slightly better version of this one, which prevents Unstoppable from proccing on the opponent, so both champions can actually counter that. But She-Hulk also has quite a few things that we're going to be talking about as the video goes on. We're going to break down the abilities, the buffs, the new synergies, and all of the stuff that has changed for the character that just makes a very, very fun time to play. So yeah, I like both of the new champion buffs, man. I think they're going to be good. I'm really excited to do the Spider-Gwen video tomorrow, but today we're going to be focusing on She-Hulk first, and there's going to be a big Spider-Gwen breakdown tomorrow. But look at that heavy, man. Removes Unstoppable and absolutely denies that lad, then straight into a special 2, and look at the final crit, man. Oh, almost 36k in Assassin's range there, boys. And we didn't even have a massive stack of Furies. And at the end of this video, once we've recapped the abilities and all that stuff, we've got some more gameplay as well to show against Mr. Sinister, where we managed to get up to 10 Furies, and boy, she hits so hard at 10 Furies and has some very interesting ways to kind of get more and refresh them. It's kind of all about baiting out special attacks on the opponent, so you do need a very, very aggressive play style. But on Mr. Sinister, where it's like all special ones all the time, you know, that can turn out quite well. However, this is another Aspect of War fight against Psylocke here, so I'm trying to get the heavy timing right to kind of interrupt the Unstoppable and also dispel it. But here we mess up a little bit. I, you know, went for a medium straight into a heavy, but I'm really not too sure how to get that connection to actually, you know, remove the Unstoppable reliably from far away. I think it might be, you know, something that comes with a little bit of practice against certain nodes and certain matchups. But here we're going to show the special 3 as well, because honestly, man, I feel like you never see She-Hulk special 3. I saw it and I was like, I do not remember seeing the special 3 at all. Just absolutely mad. You throw the opponent against the wall, then you get a nice stun to finish off the fight. But anyway, let's talk about She-Hulk's abilities and kind of break down exactly what's changed. Now that we've seen a little bit of gameplay, let's have a look at some of the stuff in the beta that She-Hulk can do. So I just want to stress that this is beta. Values, numbers could change. They could go up, they could go down. So yeah, this isn't final at all, and we're going to see what's final probably in about 2.5 weeks, at the start of March, I would assume there. But anyway, let's have a look at the brand new abilities. So the first one is her signature ability is so incredibly pimped, especially against science characters, Mystic and Cosmic. So she has basically different effects depending on the class matchup. So science, a chance on each hit landed to shrug off a debuff, which pretty much makes a very, very good void counter there. Also to Abomination as well. I mean, she's already poison immune, but yeah, void and Abomination, definitely she can tackle there. Against Mystic Champion, she gains a huge amount of additional attack rating, equal to about, I think it's about 40% of her base attack, and also She-Hulk's attacks cause the opponent to gain 25% less power. So yeah, just an even further class advantage for the Mystic matchup. Against Cosmic Champion, she's going to gain even more attack for each buff the opponent has. So if you're fighting like, you know, that Venom in Act 4, man, your damage is going to go absolutely through the roof there. Tech opponents suffer from minus 53% armor up, effect, duration, and potency. So, you know, that's alright in certain matchups. A Mutant as well. Opponents suffer minus 50% ability accuracy reduction, during special attacks there. So I don't know if that's like all special attacks or kind of just She-Hulk's, but I don't know, man. It might have some uses and also prevents her from getting, you know, hit occasionally with certain stuff there. So anyway, let's talk about her first passive, which basically means She-Hulk's sharp intellect and overwhelming strength panic her foes, increasing their chance to launch a special attack by 15% for each of her personal passive fury effects. So when you've got 10 of these, it's 150% chance to launch a special, so they're going to be throwing specials at you like crazy. But it's just kind of a very, very nice, like, passive taunt. I would say, overall, from playing this, I don't think in a lot of matchups it's quite as good as Stark Enhanced Spider-Man's taunt, but it's still, like, fairly decent. It's a nice little bonus there, so it's alright. Also, when attacking, when being attacked, has an 11% chance to gain a passive fury, increasing attack by what is approximately, I think, about 25% for 8 seconds, and this can be increased with the Daredevil synergy. Also, whenever the opponent activates a special attack, and this is kind of key to playing the character in long matchups, if they don't have the class advantage, so if they're anything but skill, or maybe, you know, like here, the Collector, Maestro, it will refresh all of her passive fury effects there. So opponent activates a special, all your furies refresh. It is a good time there, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have the heavy attack, which you saw a little bit of this in action. So if the opponent is unstoppable, this attack cannot be interrupted. But if the attack lands, the unstoppable effect is removed and She-Hulk gains a passive fury effect, increasing her attack. And this one's a little bit bigger in terms of the fury here. This one's around, I think, about 70% attack for 8 seconds. So yeah, really, really nice fury if you can kind of pull that one off. And especially in like the Juggernaut Thing matchups, Aspect of War, this is going to be really, really nice there. But also alongside that, it will also apply a slow debuff, which reduces the ability accuracy of Unstoppable and evade effects by 100%. But opponents with a natural class advantage cannot be slowed. So yeah, everything but skill you can absolutely wreck, and the slow debuff is just so good because it means they can't go Unstoppable or evade for 12 seconds there. So very, very nice. Again, Spider-Gwen does have a little bit of a longer version of this, but She-Hulk's ability to interrupt Unstoppable is very good as well. And then also we have extensive weight training allows She-Hulk's personal fury effects and all stun debuffs to last up to 50% longer based on the size of your opponent. So if you have a large opponent, you can actually get longer parries as well, get some more hits in there. Like if it's anything above a large opponent, you can like double medium and then do a full 5 combo as well. So a really nice kind of additional advantage there. But really big champions, even more beatdown time, which is very, very nice. The special attack 1 has 2 components, so the first thing is you gain one of the smaller furies there as a passive, and the next one is on both of the hits you have a 75% chance to exhaust the opponent, which reduces their crit rating by a little bit, and also the potency of their power gain effects by 25%. Again, this can stack up, so this can have good synergy with stuff like the Despair Mastery as well to kind of create a bit of a heal block there. But really, if you want the heal block and also regeneration, the regeneration and also power gain block with a slight reversal as well, the special attack 2 is absolute madness. It is so incredibly good. So it has a 100% chance to petrify the opponent, reducing the potency of power gain and regeneration effects by 115% for 15 seconds. So this has the ability to instantly reverse it, plus any debuffs on top of it equate to a more powerful reversal as well. So if you get close to the special 3, fire the special 2, and then the special 1 back to back, you've got the petrify, but then also potentially 2 other additional debuffs, and then maybe a stun as well, so you can get a much bigger and more effective heal reversal there. But yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like Guillotine Special 2, but not a little bit different, a bit more reliable because you don't need souls. So yeah, can be really, really good, man. I foresee a lot of really great use for She-Hulk just because of that special attack too, and also the Unstoppable. So as you can see, man, littered with utility at the moment. And finally, the special attack 3 has a 100% chance to stun for 3.5 seconds. Again, this can be increased by 50% if it's a big opponent, and also inflicts weakness, decreasing the target's attack by 65% for 14 seconds. So that is very, very nice as well. And then we have the synergy bonuses. So we've got The one with all the Hulk characters, so this gives her additional potency for personal passive fury effects, so increases their effectiveness. Hulk Ragnarok, when he's in smash mode, gains 15% more attack. Red Hulk has 2% additional attack for each heat charge. This is great for him. That's pretty much, 20% more damage there. And Hulk has plus 20% fury buff duration and potency, which isn't too bad at all. And then the other kind of new unique one is the one with Daredevil, so gives all champions plus 15% stun ability accuracy. Also gives Daredevil and Classic Daredevil 800 critical rating during special attacks, which is great for their stuns. And She-Hulk gains plus 15% duration for personal fury passive effects. So that one's really, really nice to have. Overall, She-Hulk has a really solid kit. I don't think it's going to make her the best champion in the game, but I think she's going to be very useful for a lot of stuff, and it is a tremendous improvement off the previous version. But anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at that Mr. Sinister fight. So this is probably like the biggest fight I can do on beta at the moment, because one of the really disappointing things about beta is that it's only got this month's uncollected, and then it's got like Act 1 to 4, and 565 She-Hulk, she's just going to absolutely decimate everything else. So Mr. Sinister, he's pretty much the biggest, baddest boss, and I did die, I did mess up one time before this, which is why we're entering slightly lower. But I was going for the comeback here, wanted the redemption round in to see if we could get Mr. Sinister down despite dying, so he does have like a little bit more regeneration, and as we hit him more and more, his regen's just going to go up and up and up. But I was hoping that with the Furies and the Special 1 baiting here, we could get to a level where we deal so much damage that we could just absolutely splat him, and I think you're going to see some really cool stuff in Assassin's range. And what we do here as well is use Exhaustion to get those like despair stacks off to kind of reduce the healing a little bit, so that's pretty damn useful as well. But you just got to stay very, very sharp when fighting Mr. Sinister, especially on those special ones. And it's surprising, once you get that damage going, man, he really, really starts to melt. You're going to see some absolutely insane crits. Again, it's just a bit of regeneration war here because of his mechanic where he's regenning even more than we're dealing on crit, and we're having some crazy crits there. But it really shows you what She-Hulk might be capable of if you were to take her up to rank 4 or rank 5. So it does look a little bit interesting, man, and was a very, very fun fight. Overall, I really like the buff so far. Interested to keep on playing and testing in beta. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Take care and have a fantastic day.